Hello and welcome back. In the last section, we actually looked at building this particular row for our card component, and then in this section we're going to build on top of that and essentially render our card in here. So let's get started. I'll head over quickly to the code editor, and inside here let me close some of these things not needed for now, and let me also collapse the sidebar. Okay, so we've defined the first row, and I'm going to go ahead and define a second row right after this div in here. Okay, and I'm going to say row. This is going to be a row, and that's going to be justify content center. I would think say justify content hyphen center. Okay, super. And inside of here I need a column essentially to display our dishes, right? So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to define a column of let's say size of call. So I'm going to be starting with essentially the desktop mode, right? I'll design for the desktop mode first and then design for the lower devices. So I'm going to say call LG of 6, all right? So this is going to be call -LG -6, okay? And I'll also say for rest of the other devices, I'm going to have a call of 7, okay? 7 unit columns, all right? Let's see if we can actually get a div here. Yes, we got that. And in here, I need to go ahead and essentially display the dishes here. Okay, so we need to define a method which essentially goes over all our cart items and displays the dishes in here. Okay, all right, so in the next column is going to be our static column, which essentially displays login to checkout and then also the total, the cart total, right? So let's go ahead and display that right now in the as a next action item. So right below here, I'm going to go ahead and define another column, and that's going to be call of LG5, again for designing for desktop mode first, and then obviously I'll also define one for the medium device here, call MD-6, okay? And let me close this div. Alright, and inside here what I'm going to do is I'm going to first say give a button to sign in, but before that I'll have an h5. Alright, and that's going to say essentially this is the total, right? And I'll say total, and I'm going to be using a font awesome icon here to represent the currency. And that's going to be, first of all, let's go ahead and get the total, okay? So essentially we'll say we have a new method in here, right? So if you go inside the cart controller or cart handler, was that? Yeah, it was a cart handler, yeah, right here. So we have a cart, total items in cart, and then the cart total as well, right? Yeah, this is the get cart total. Let's go ahead and import this back to cart, and next to this, I'm going to go ahead and import this, all right? And let's head over back to here, and in here, I'm going to say get the total. I'm going to say get cart total. Was that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll also go ahead and do a couple of things in here, and that is we're going to essentially say give these some couple of decimal places here by using toFixed method and specify the decimal values to be 2. Okay, we want only 2 zeros after this. Let me collapse the sidebar again. Oops, I don't want total. Okay, and what else can we do here? We can also give inside of here we can also give an icon here, right? So I'm going to say icon, okay, and this has to essentially be a self-closing icon element, okay, and I'm going to say class name is equal to FA, yeah, FA and FAINR, because all these currencies are in rupees, okay, all right. And what else can we do? We can also give a, right now they're pretty close to each other. So I'm going to essentially wrap this in a span. Okay, say span. Oops, spelling mistake. Span. Okay. Take this out from here and put it right here. Oops, something went wrong here. We do a Control-C. Head back to here and say, alright. And for the span, I'm going to essentially specify a custom inline style, and inside of double curly braces, I'm going to say I need a padding here with 0 vertical padding and 5px, I think, for horizontal. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay. And another thing that we want to do here is also, let's give it a start. Otherwise, I think right now center is not looking good. What I'm going to do here, let me save. How does start look like? Yeah, that's somewhat okay. But we also want to specify a margin top of 3. Okay, that's better. Maybe 4. Not sure. Okay, 3 is good enough. Okay, we may have to do something to do with alignment here. We'll also do get an underline here right now. And the thing that we want to do though is introduce some space between the colon here and yeah. So let's see. Before, if I do this, probably yeah, introduce some space there. Okay, and for the H5 itself, we'll have some additional inline styling, and that's going to be style inside of double curly braces, and that's going to be text decoration. Let's say text decoration. All right, and that's I'm going to set that to underline. Okay, super, that's what we wanted. Okay, we'll look at alignment shortly, but this is what we wanted. Maybe we can just say empty 4 here right now. This is probably empty 5 also better, in my opinion. Yeah, this is better. Okay, super. And what else can we do here? We have a total. I think we need the link or the button that says, head over to the check-in in case you want to essentially, head over to the sign-in in case you want to check it, right? So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do here is after the H5, not sure why it's moving around. Oops. Okay, right after the H5, I'm going to have another element for the link. In fact, it's going to be the button. Okay, I'm going to say button. Okay, and that's going to be class name, button hyphen success. All right, and I'm going to close that, and I'll say sign in to checkout. Sign in to checkout. Super. Let's see what we get there. Okay, not bad. And what I'm also going to do there is, maybe does it help to actually get some padding in there? Yeah, let's go ahead and get some padding for that. Checkout button. Maybe I'm going to say for this one I need to put that in a span, right? So before that, I also want to have an icon here, right? And with a self-closing tag, of course. Okay, and this is going to have a class name of fa hyphen lock. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. And now we will go ahead and put this inside span. Okay, this sign in to checkout inside of span. So that should give us some good padding in here. Okay, and this is going to have, let me actually make sure I enlarge this. Okay, for the span, I'm going to say class name. Okay, and that's going to be an inline styling. Okay, actually it's not class name, it's style. Okay, style, and it's going to be of course padding. Alright, and that's going to include 5px vertically and 10px horizontally. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, it's looking better already. Super. Okay, nice. And I think we're in good shape here, actually. Not bad at all. And then we'll wrap this in a link because ultimately it has to take you to the sign-in page. So I'm going to say I'm going to go up here. I think it must, the link is not in here, so I need to go ahead and import that. Import, and I'm going to go ahead and import the link from React-router-DOM. Okay, and I'll go in here and wrap the button inside of a link. Okay, say link, and this is gonna be to our /signin. Okay, let me take this, extract it, cut and paste here, essentially wrapping the button inside of the link. And what else do we need here? I think this is actually to sign in, so we should be good here right now. Okay, so right now if I essentially hover on top of this, it should actually take us to, doesn't show, but essentially if I click that, it takes us to the sign in component, which we have not yet developed. Right, super. So we're in good shape here, and we'll probably take a quick break because I don't want to kind of overwhelm with too many details in one video, one lecture. We'll probably, it's a good idea to take a break here to essentially simulate what we've done, and we'll come back next to actually populate this section of our component with the cart items. Okay, so let's take a quick pause here, come back and do the next task, which is to read the items from the cart or the local storage and essentially render them here. Okay, take a quick break, come back soon.